I feel like routine and methods produce religion, which is related to tradition, you know? And Jesus came and broke all that up, like how he healed a man on the Sabbath, and they were like, why are you healing a man on the Sabbath? And he said, if your sheep fell into a hole, would you not pick the sheep up? So I feel like breaking the box that you put Jesus in, because Jesus cannot be put in a box. We hear this a lot. You know, everybody say you can't put Jesus in a box. You can't put Jesus in a box. But really, a lot of us put Jesus in a box. And I feel like routine and methods produce religion. Now, there are methods that the Holy Spirit use, you know, fasting and praying and being consistent in prayer. That's a routine. You know, you should be praying all the time. You should be worshiping. You should be studying the Bible. But you don't have to study the Bible 3 hours today and worship 10 hours the next day. I think it's very beneficial to be led by the Holy Spirit. You know, you could set a routine. I have a routine. You asked me, what do I do? I have a routine for myself, how I spend time with God, but I am a very spontaneous and creative person. So when I try to set a routine, like, okay, Monday, I'm going to study for a couple hours and I'm going to pray this day and I'm going to worship this day. And I'm going to make sure that when I go out into the world, you know, if I could speak to one person, I'm going to ask the Holy Spirit, like, bring someone to me so I could speak to them or open up a door, right? Yeah, that don't always work, because when I try to pray, like Monday, I'm trying to pray for 3 hours or study the next day, Tuesday for 10 hours, whatever I'm doing. It's like, man, like, I don't really like routine, you know, like, because I lived such a hippie lifestyle before, you know, all my friends used to call me flower child, free spirit, all those things. And so, and I'm very artistic. So artists that are writers or poets, we have a hard time sticking to a schedule. You know, it's like we're very spontaneous. We do things on a fly, on a whimsical, you know. I used to say, oh, wherever the wind takes me. You know, I don't say that no more. I say wherever Jesus leads me, right? But it's like hard to stick to a routine sometimes. So I would say my routine and how I make sure I don't get into a routine really where it's super, you know, not relationship. It's just, you know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going in a circle, but you know, when you get into a relationship with a person or you're dating someone, if you just text them good morning because you felt like, oh, this is what we did when we dated, so I'm just going to keep doing it now. You know, you get tired of saying good morning every time. You don't have to say good morning. You don't have to say good night. You don't have to say I love you every day. You know, that's routine. That would make me sick of a person. I would get sick of a person if I felt like I have to tell you good morning. I have to say good night before I go to sleep. I have to say I love you. It's like, and then if I don't say it, it's like, oh, why you ain't tell me good morning this morning? I feel like I would get tired of being in a routine with a person if I felt like the only way we can be successful together is if I do this and that at the same exact time every day. That gets boring. And so I feel like Jesus doesn't expect us to be in a routine of prayer this day, study this day, fast this many days. He wants us to be in a routine of relationship. And that's mostly what I focus on, you know, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna pray this many times this week or study this many times. It's like, I'm going to make sure I'm in consistency with how much time I spend with Jesus throughout the day, you know? So sometimes I could speak in tongues throughout the day. And sometimes I'm praying, sometimes I'm studying, but it's never like organized, you know, it's never like routine. I don't know if I'm answering this question correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not, but it's not in perfection or precision. It's however I'm led. Like, man, I am feeling excited right now. So I want to worship Jesus. I want to just tell Jesus how much I love him. Man, I'm feeling kind of sad right now. I'm feeling very discouraged. I just want to meditate. You know, I just want to close my eyes, meditate, cry, and, you know, just give him the day. I'm feeling discouraged right now. I want to talk to him. Jesus, I'm feeling very discouraged. Like, I feel like I don't know what to do. You know, I feel like kind of lost in the situation. What should I do? You know, I talk to him how I talk to you. And I feel like treating Jesus like a relationship and not a routine or religion keeps me not being religious or being in the routine or like I have to live a certain way. You said when people evangelize and they go out and they're used to a routine, and the Holy Spirit is saying dig deeper into their life, talk about their family, but they're so used to a routine. What I would say to that person is get out of yourself. Get out of yourself. Let yourself go. You're not saving the person. It's Jesus that saves. You are just a vessel that is being used. He's using you, and you are a messenger. And so how you get out of routine is by giving your time and your mental space to Jesus. Because once you give your mental space, he'll take over the physical. Once you give your heart space, he'll take over the physical. He's not going to push you aside and step in. He gives you an opportunity to give yourself over to him.
That is so good. Man, you're so wise for being so young. Because what I realize is
you are too.
Thank you. So what I realized is when you rely on the Holy Spirit, it's about the connection. And when you rely on your routines and methods, is about a checklist. But what happens when you finish with the checklist? You don't talk to God the rest of the day. But when you rely on the connection, you talk, like you say, you talk to God every moment. You need to talk to Jesus, because you're about to cuss someone out. Holy Spirit, give me patience, please, because this person is about to get cussed out. You about to go to 2017 grace if they don't know where I came from. But I'm just joking around. But sometimes you really need the Holy Spirit. Like, I need you right now. And if you finish your checklist, there's no reason for you to even talk to the Holy Spirit. So is there anything else you want to add to this question?
No, I feel like we covered it greatly. I love everything you said about it, and I feel like people would be helped if they heard everything we said. I feel like we mostly covered it.
That's so good. So remember, it's about the connection and not the checklist. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more content, subscribe over here and watch the next video over there. God bless you.